I'm gonna be real with you, Cowboys Nation. Sometimes the most important offseason moment is not the signing, not the trade, not the draft rumor. Sometimes it is the moment somebody in power finally says the quiet part out loud. And that is exactly what Jerry Jones did when he basically admitted the defense was the reason Dallas did not make the kind of run fans wanted. He said if the Cowboys had played a lick of defense last year, they could have had a real playoff push. And yeah, that matters. Because that quote is not just honesty. That quote is a confession. That quote tells you the whole organization knows where this team failed. And once you understand that, every move they made after that starts lining up. The first major target of the makeover? The secondary. And let's not act surprised. That group needed help. Badly. Too many yards allowed, not enough takeaways, too much instability, too much confusion, too many plays where the back end just felt a second late. So Dallas went out and brought in players who could bring brains, range, composure, and flexibility. That starts with Jalen Thompson. If you're looking for the kind of player who can become a glue guy in a defense, Thompson is exactly the type. He can play high, he can play low, he can play inside, and he can recover and make the kind of smart play that does not always show up until you really watch the tape. That is why people inside football love guys like this. Not because they scream the loudest, but because they erase problems before they become disasters. Thompson sounds like the kind of player Christian Parker can move all over the place without losing trust, and that is huge. If your defense wants to disguise coverage, rotate late, spin safeties, and challenge quarterbacks mentally, you need a dude who can wear multiple hats without busting assignments. That is what Jalen Thompson is bringing to the table. And then you got PJ Locke, and man, this one feels like a classic under-the-radar Cowboys move that could age beautifully. Physical, smart, special teams background, blitz ability, run support, coverage growth, connection with Christian Parker from Denver. That is a lot to like. He feels like the type of player who gives a defense edge, not just structure, edge. He can hit, he can diagnose, he can do the dirty work, and those players matter a whole lot when you are trying to change the personality of a unit. Because that is what this really is, Cowboys Nation. This is not just a talent upgrade, this is a personality shift. Jerry said the defense cost him. Now, Dallas is trying to build a secondary that does not get fooled as easily, does not break as easily, and does not leave the front hanging out to dry. Thompson gives you the range and the chess piece value. Locke gives you the grit and the adaptability. And together, those two moves tell me the Cowboys are trying to become harder to diagnose and harder to attack. Yeah, that is how real defenses start to form. And the best part? This is just the beginning. Because when you fix the back end, the rest of the defense can start playing freer. Corners get help, pass rush gets time, play calling gets bolder, confidence goes up. That is how one room can change the whole feel of a unit. So if Jerry's quote was the confession, then these moves are the response. The Cowboys know what hurt them. Now they are trying to make sure it does not happen the same way again. So tell me this, Cowboys Nation, do you believe the secondary is the real key to Dallas turning the defense around this season, or do you still think another position matters more? Drop your opinion in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe, because these Cowboys are trying to build a smarter, nastier defense, and I think people are starting to notice.